So, you have spent many hours making a map for BeamNG.Drive. It has now come to that point you feel it's time to share your beautiful map with your friends and anyone else who manages to get hold of the download. But you thought it would be simply as pack the map, share the file. Ha! Don't be silly. There's a few steps you need to make sure you've done before you can share your map. Luckily, you've come to the right video where I'm going to be sharing with you the few final steps that you probably should do before sharing your map. And the one major step that you definitely need to do to share your map and all the progress that you put in while making it in the World Editor. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you're ready to learn a little something today, because this is the video that shows you how to share your map with your friends. For today's video and educational purposes, we'll be using my new map I've been working on, which is called UK Fun. It's a little tiny map with a little drift track in the middle, which I've been using to demonstrate how to make a map in BeamNG in the year 2025. I've done a few videos of how to start your very map and how to lay some roads down, and this is going to be the final video just to show you how to share it, as it's been commonly requested recently. So I'm hopeful you can learn something today. If you wish to have a go on any of my maps, they're all UK themed, and you can find them over at my Patreon. The link is in the description. I also make some automation cars which you can download in the BeamNG repository. Most of my maps are on Patreon and they are free. One day I will properly finish a map, and when it's all finished and finalized and detailed, I'll actually maybe sell one or two of them. How nice will that be? But you can still support me with some higher tiers, which give you some more access to me and my abilities. So without further ado, let's show you what to do with your map. So your first major step, guys, is test your map. Drive around, make sure your decals in the right place, make sure you don't have any weird anomalies going on, and then it's ready for people to actually drive around, because no one wants to download a map and for it to really suck. Obviously you don't have to go crazy detail, people. Not everyone's interested in that. They just want to see what you got to do, so feel free to make sure you share your maps with everyone. This map is not 100% finished. It's still, I'll say, probably about 80%. There's a few details I need to sort out. There's a few more fun things I want to add, and I need to improve the frames per second. So I do recommend, if you've got the time, to make sure your map is near enough finished to a standard, at least, where people can enjoy it. Right, then when you've done that, the next step you'd think would be to pack the map down. But no, we're not going to do that straight away. We're going to definitely make sure we are in World Editor and we have saved the level, which we'll talk about where the files go and how to finish that off shortly. But first of all, we want to really make sure our details are right. Now, this description and stuff is based off the ETK driver experience, which we need to change. We need to make sure we got photos for each of the spawn points that actually correlate to the ones that we've got rather than the EK ones. And then we also need to change the information settings. So I just wonder how to go backwards then. The information settings, this isn't the description of our map. Oh, why did I click on it? This isn't the right description of our map when we're hovering over it. So we need to make sure all that is correct. And the way to do that is to dive into our files and find them. So locate your mod folder, open it up, and look for some files to do with pictures. Here we go. Driver training preview number 2, and I'm sure it's going to be a third one. Surely. Spawn North Point preview, spawn West preview. So we could open this up. Oh no, don't you dare. Okay, I thought I just double clicked and open up the game then. Did not mean to do that for sure. And then we could simply and then click on, oh, it's got a 1 and a 2 preview, so I'm guessing it's this one, and this one that we're going to be changing. Yeah, so I've just opened it up in the picture viewer. So if we simply open this up with a different program, say i.e. we can use GIMP, we can alter this picture, rewrite over it, and it will simply change the one in the code And the way I'm going to do that is go now into the map and take some screenshots of where my where my spawn points are for good relevance, and then replace these pictures. And I'll show you what that looks like. Right, I've changed each one of these pictures now. So say if I clicked on one of these, it would open up to one of my pictures. Oh, lovely. So that will be written in some code somewhere, but now we would like to click on the info page. Now you can either do this in CSS or whatever, or you can simply do it in the good old notepad editor. It's not loads of stuff. If you change the size of the map, you'd write those details in here. I'm pretty sure mine is still 1024, but the way to find that out is obviously click on here. Can we just simply click the terrain? Is it going to show me here the base size? Light map? No, it's definitely not base size 4096. I feel like it's the text size. Okay. There's other ways to find it out. There's other ways to find it out. Okay, if you click on your terrain text, I keep opening it up in CS. The notepad will do. This is the size of your map right there, and all of the terrain materials that you decided to put in, and a few other details that really isn't that important right this minute. The idea was just to find the size of the map, and then proceed to change all the details so they match your biome and your style of game and all that jazz. Right then, I believe the next step after sorting out the info files and sorting out your preview pictures. By the way, the info file, my spawn points weren't working, and I'm thinking it's because why do I keep doing that to myself? I'm thinking it's because of the way it was named in the info. So we click on info, we go to notepad. At the bottom we've got the translation ID. The ID's got to match what it says in World Editor. So if I go to World Editor, and you'll see what I mean. If I can actually find my spawn point quickly. Is it player drop points? Player drop points. You've got your default, you've got your west, you've got your north, and your spawn west. I'm pretty sure these got to correlate with the information. So should it just be west? Driver. Yeah, so I'm hoping that works. That I've now changed it so spawn west. Objective name, spawn default. Okay, maybe not. I know something's not worked. Something's broken there. I'll try and fix it one day, or maybe I have fixed it. We will find out. Right, next step, I recommend testing that you haven't broke the game and it all still works. Now, the game hasn't been restarted, so your pictures aren't going to be showing just yet. So let's restart the game. Okay, game's restarted. That's looking good. The picture is the right thing. Now, obviously, you could do your wording and put the name of the name of the thing on there as well. But it's not what BeamNG do. But there's no reason why you couldn't do that. So let's click on this. All these pictures are changed. Now, normally the default one is here. So let's try clicking on a different one and hope that we spawn somewhere else that isn't on the road. And then that means I've actually fixed the spawn points. If it doesn't, and we spawn on this side of the road in the default place, it means they're not fixed, but at least it still looks cool when you try to start it up, even though it's just going to send you to the same place no matter which one you use. And it didn't fix it. So there's obviously some code that I need to change to make it so I spawn in the right places. But nonetheless, let's move on and show you the next steps, which is basically you want to locate your mod folder, and you want to locate your levels folder. So this is your normal BeamNG document folder, not the one that holds all the main levels, but that holds all the mods. And we click on levels, we can find the information that we've been putting into the game since we've been in World Editor and doing all the changes. And then basically you'd find your UK mod and open it up in the unpacked folder, and then you can select all these and move them across. Make sure that they end up in one of these folders. We want to end up into UK Fun or whatever your map's called. I'm just going to copy mine over, and then it will prompt you with an replace these files, and yes, just hit replace these files, and then everything should be hanky-dory. So now what you want to do is, while in BeamNG, is probably, I like to, I don't know why I pushed World Editor. I first like to go on a different map And this one's the quickest to load up, so I'll just quickly choose this one. And we'll go into the repository and pack our mod. So to simply do that, hit the escape, repository, mod manager. My mod's a bit broken. I don't know why I got 76 working. I broke my BeamNG file things and it won't let me alter stuff. But nonetheless, you want to find your new map. This one is just called UK Fun. So hopefully if I type it up here, something will pop up with the right definition. Why have I got two? That makes no sense. Why do I have two? That's not normal. I'm going to choose this one because it looks like the most closest to the details it should be. And hit that pack button. Unable to pack mod X. Oh no, what's going on here? Right, so might have to do this the old school way because it's not happy. Which is basically just zip it. Which is the way I normally do my mod sharing anyway, but okay. If that don't work and they don't let you pack your mod, we now want to pack it ourselves. So simply open up your mod, go find it, and right, it's got to read a certain way. If we open up unpacked, and then we go into our packed ones. Now, one I know I've shared and works, UK tunnel map, why not? So we click on this, it should open up into levels, and then levels will show your map name and then open up the file. Right, so basically when we zip this, we want to test it and make sure it opens up in that way. Because if we open it up and it just says test run first and not levels, the BeamNG mod thingamabob won't work. So when you drag it over into your mods folder as a zip, BeamNG won't be able to read it because the file order directory isn't in the right way. So let's try and do this first time, which it probably won't. I'll probably have to mess about a few times because I always forget because I don't do that often. Okay, so we right click and we actually want to be pressing it, but I tend to want to use a different program. Why does it not let me pick a different way to do this? Show more options. There we go. Zip, and then we add to this, and then I think we add to levels. I could be wrong here. Levels. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, it did not work because the file is called levels. So the next trick around this, just make sure we haven't got a file in here called levels. No, we haven't. So right, we go right click on here, create a new folder, call this levels, and then we're going to find the UK fun thing. We're going to go up, go up, go up, go up. Oh my days, so many mods. Go up, go up. See, I have a lot of cars, people. God, if it was easy to share my files and all my stuff, I would do. If you join my Patreon, I'd happily send you any of these files, like in an email or something. Because if you're not, I'll just send you all my car files. And you can have great fun then, testing all my cars that are broken and some aren't broken. Right, so if we click on this and copy the original name, we could have probably changed that name a long time ago, but it's fine. Right, so levels. Why? I didn't mean to double click on it, that's why. Right, so now, if we zip this, because if I click on this file that we just made called levels, it opens up the UK fun, not how we want to read it, okay? But now we got it called levels, we can right click on this, and I'm pretty sure this name actually could be whatever it wants, but we'll stick to what we know. Right, just for the purpose of doing this. Right, so now it says it's called levels. We're actually going to change it to the original name. I don't know if we need the .zip, but I'm going to put it back in there and hit OK, and then okay, now it's done. Let's see if I was right. So we look for the new one. So that's this one. It's a start. We open this up and it says levels. Open this up. Map name. Open it up. Levels UK. Okay, we definitely broke it somewhere along the lines. What have I done there? That's a good start to the tutorial, isn't it? Right, let me figure out what I've done wrong. Right, let's try this again. Hopefully I'll remember. I'll put like a warning on screen when not to copy me. When that warning goes, copy me. Okay? I think what we're meant to do is actually open up the level first. Go figure. I probably should delete the ones that I keep making. So yeah, because you're wrong, I'm just going to delete you quickly. And was that the one we made first? That's the one we made first. Okay, so you can be deleted just to make sure we don't end up breaking the game in some way. Right, so levels, open up this, because obviously when you open up this one, it opens up the proper one that does this. It goes into this. It's what we want. So that's called UK Fun. Okay, probably cool. So this is the name file. Right, yes, I get it now. Right. So this does have to be called this, by the way. You can't change that. It's called clarification. Right, so we're going to actually go into this one, choose some more options, go into zip file, choose add to the archive thing above, and then we're going to change the name to the file zip name folder thing. Okay, and then we hit click, and then we get the blub, 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 blub. Okay, so hopefully now got the file name. We click it open, says levels, click it open, UK Fun, there's the map files. Right, so this will now work as a mod, but first, to prove with ourselves that it does, we need to remove the original one from the mods list and the levels list by making a backup file on your desktop and dragging them in there, any of the original ones. And obviously you may want to put this in a file somewhere in your computer of your finished maps, and then put it under some sort of organization sort of listing sort of area. So let me just quickly do that for myself. Right, so I don't have anything left in levels, and in my mods folder I've got rid of the unpacked one. There's nothing in my zipped one to do with it yet, so I've put it on my desktop. If I grab it from my desktop, I'm going to use a copy technique, not the move technique. Move to mods, copy to mods. So that's now been put in there. I probably should have closed the game first. Yeah, see, like the game's tripping out now. Whoops. So yeah, maybe close your game first. I'm going to quickly do an exit, run out the back door, sort of escape there, and close the game. And I'm going to restart the game, and then we'll see if the mod is showing. Because if it is showing, it'll still be running from only this file because of everything I've done. Okay, starting the game. It wasn't in my last played games, but it is down here, which is a nice thing to happen. Yeah, cool. It's registered as a completely new game. Never played it before, apparently. Let's click on a different spawn point. That's apparently the default one. Let's try spawn north, even though it's not the right place. Who knows? And then check that it's going to load up. And then if it does, everything's hanky-dory and all that, it's ready to put in your socials. There we go. The game's loaded up. Looks pretty good to me. Everything looks like as it was. See, look, it proves it's only 8% done. I've still got all this junk sat here. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Anyway, the game is ready for others to play. If you want to play this map yourself, jump over to my Patreon. I will have it on there for free. It's only about 8% done, and I think that's the fair thing to do. When my maps are fully 100% finished, I'm going to check obviously with BeamNG rules and that, and see if I can give you these maps at a very small price, just to get something back for all the hard effort I put in for all this stuff. As it seems, YouTube is a bit broken these days with the algorithm and doesn't want to promote any of my videos. Even though I put a lot of hard work and effort into them, and people seem to like them, or a handful of you do anyway. So if you are one of those guys, do feel free to hit the like button and obviously subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you in another video.